Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. This video we will cover the next part of the MLC, where we have told in the last video that there are majorly 5 parts in the MLC convention. In that we will cover the first part today, which is about the employment, about fitness, all those things. What are your requirements on going on board, etc. Okay, so let's dive into the video, and as usual, thank you so much for viewing this video, and I request you all to share this video as much as possible if you like it, so that your others also can get the knowledge what you are doing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Let's dive into the video. Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are doing well and are safe at home or wherever you are there, on ship or at home or wherever, because it is very important, and the amount of infection that is spreading with the new coronavirus Omicron is mind-boggling actually. Yeah, so let's start the video. MLC 2006, we have been discussing about MLC 2006, how it came, why it came, okay, and what is the full form? Maritime Labour Convention, and it is an ILO convention. Okay, now we are going to go through the first part. We have seen the 5 parts of MLC in the last video. This video will be covering the first part, is the minimum requirement for seafarer to work on a ship. Okay, so they have categorized how you can go on the ship, what are the requirements, criteria, etc. Because we should have some written down criteria, like you should not be basically nobody, the staff who wants to join the ship should not be taken for granted, and should not be misled with any information. Hence, this requirements were mentioned in MLC, so that there is a written rule of who can work on a ship. Okay. Before that, it doesn't mean we didn't have any rules at all. We have our own Merchant Shipping Act, which has been there from the year 1958 for Indian government. So all the recruitment placement were all done by the Merchant Shipping Act. This also, all the conventions also go through the Merchant Shipping Act and validated with the requirements, so that all the ships are complying with both MLC and the Merchant Shipping Act 1958. Yeah. Minimum age to work on a ship, I think everybody knows this, 18. But as per MLC, there is also a requirement they can work below 18 also till the age of 16. Okay. If you have minimum 16 years of age, you can still work on board, but there are restrictions. You cannot work 24 hours, you cannot do overtime, you cannot do work at night. All those special requirements are there. So all those things are mentioned in the MLC convention. Okay, you can join a ship at 16. What all you can do, what all you cannot do is mentioned here. So this is the basic requirement of placing a seafarer on board. By standard, all the companies have 18 years. 18 years minimum you have to complete to be placed on a ship. Okay, so you are working on working in a company. 99.999%. You will have a policy. Company will have a policy not to employ anyone below the age of 18 years. Okay. So you need not much worry about it, but you should be very careful when you are taking trainees, first time trainee OS or trainee GS or cadets, TME. TME is still, they completed the BE, obviously they'll be more than 18. But in case of cadets where they have just completed 12, so it is possible that they might be little less than 18 years, okay, like 17 years plus or something like that. So that you need to be very sure that you are checking the age of the seafarer. Okay. So most of the companies have the date of birth field, where in the software also already designed that it will not accept age below 18 years. Okay, so there is a check also in the software. Okay, so to ensure that all seafarers are medically fit to perform their duties, again it is a very basic requirement that seafarers should be medically fit mentally and physically to perform their duties out at sea, because at sea there is no elaborate medical facilities. You don't have big doctors or medical systems where they can treat you. So you should be very, very careful that you are actually very fit, and you being a seafarer also, you should be that is in your interest. The company will be responsible, everything is done, but it's your life out at sea, right? So if anything happens to you, then what happens to the family? So it is better to stay at home if you are sick or anything, rather than go on board. Okay. And if there are some times, where you are little temporary unfit and company takes a call, okay, you can go on the ship. That's a different case. But you feel something, you are not comfortable, you feel something not well about yourself, you should inform the company, and it is better not to go on the ship. Okay. And the company, this MLC puts the requirement in the company's lab that they should ensure seafarers are properly medically tested, to ensure that they are fit for their duties, whatever ranks, you have specially present. I'm not sure if seafarers look at their medicals, what they get. You have a format, Annex 4 and Annex 5. There are two annexes which have been recently included because of the MLC, where I'm talking about India. I think everything else should, all the other countries also should have this. It's as per the MLC requirement. That you are certified for the rank you are going to serve on board, and also there is an eyesight test that you are ensuring that you are. Okay, so we were here to ensure that all seafarers are medically fit to perform their duties at sea. So this MLC puts the responsibility completely on the company's side, where they should ensure seafarers are medically fit before they are placed on board. Okay. To ensure that seafarers are trained or qualified to carry out their duties on board the ship. Again, training is as per the STCW convention. What are the training required? They should not be putting you, or yourself should not be going on the ship without completing all the courses. And qualified is basically the certificate of competency or any other requirement to ensure you are qualified for carrying the duties. They are also having a requirement that qualification means you have not got it fraudulently. They will check, the company will check whether they will verify with the issuing authority whether the course you have done, the license you have got is all actually you have got it with proper correct way, or you have fraudulently got the certificate and licenses. These also will be checked while they are checking your qualifications and training before they place you on the ship. Okay, so in the company's requirement is to ensure the seafarers they are placing are all trained. It includes value-added training also, apart from the SCW courses which are mandatorily required. If they feel that you are doing any special operations or it's a special type of a ship, they also need to give you value-added training so that you can carry out your job satisfactorily on board the ship. Ensure that seafarers have access to efficient and well-regulated seafarer recruitment and placement system. Basically, this is a very huge, it's a broad topic, you can say, because it's a single line statement which is made by MLC that you should have a proper RPSL RPSL system. It has a proper company. Well, then the requirement gets elaborated. How do you select RPSL company? What is the requirement? How they recruit their staff? What are they required to have? Do they have a proper office? You have a full checklist of checking how the company has to be maintained. What are the requirements they should have, and how well they have their documenting, how are they checking your certificate, what is the procedure, who is the in charge of that company, how is it being handled, is there a master mariner, is there a seafarer? All those questions are checked where there is a RPSL license issue. MLC is telling it to the government, to ensure that seafarers have access to an efficient and well-regulated seafarer recruitment placement system. It is telling to whom? It is not telling to seafarers, or it is not telling to the employees. It is telling to the flag state where the ships are going to be registered, and the RPSL, the recruitment placement service companies, are going to register themselves. So it is telling that government, please ensure if seafarers are being placed on the ship, they have a well-regulated seafarer recruitment placement system. Okay. I think that's it. That's it in the first topic. The second topic which we'll be covering is the conditions of employment. This we will do it in the next video. This video we will end it here. We have covered to summarize, we have covered the employment on board, what is the selection criteria, how you are going to go on the ship. Basically, the first step is, before going on the ship, what are the things we need to check? You need to be proper age, you have to have proper medical fitness, you have to have proper qualification, you have to have proper training, and the process of putting you on the ship should be streamlined. Okay, that is the summary of the part 1 of the MLC 2006. Second is the conditions of employment, which we will continue in the next video. Thank you so much for watching the video till now. I hope you have gained some knowledge out of the video, and I do request, as always, to please share this video as much as possible so that others also can benefit like you. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Be safe.